make donuts in the desert. Ford's latest version of the F-150 ready to tackle the elements as it hits the showrooms today. We have a special look. Joining us right now from Borrego Springs, California, is FoxNews.com automotive editor Gary Gastelu with the latest on the F-150 Raptor. Gary, good morning to you.
Yeah, how you doing, Maria? We're here. This is the actual place where they came to develop this truck, which is basically an off-road racing truck that you could buy from the showroom. Ford actually just ran one of these in the Baja 1000 race down in Mexico, packed it up at the end of the race, drove it back to the United States. You could pretty much do the same thing now if you go buy one of these yourself. They're hitting showrooms this week after a slight delay that executives here tell me was due to some software upgrades they needed to make. They've got a backlog of trucks they need to work through, but they should have everything caught up by the end of the year. So some of these could be under the tree just in time for Christmas. Let me tell you why it's special. This is the most powerful F-150 they've ever made. 450 horsepower twin turbocharged V6. It's got a new 10-speed automatic transmission. That's kind of what they had to work on a little bit, I think, at the end there. They developed that in conjunction with General Motors, if you can believe that. It has a computer-controlled all-wheel drive system that covers every type of terrain, mud, sand. It's got a Baja setting for terrain like this out here in the desert. And really what makes this special is the suspension system. The suspension go up and down. It's got 14 inches of travel in the rear, 13 in the front. You could drive over whoop-de-doos, like I'm sure you could see in that video, just like a motorcycle. I was cruising through the desert around 75 miles an hour yesterday, and it might as well have been on the highway. Ford came out with the Raptor originally 7 years ago. Turned out to be the Ford Performance Division's best-selling vehicle, even better than the Shelby Mustangs. Really tells you where the market is right now as far as trucks and performance are concerned.
Mentioned Chevy. The competitor Chevrolet announced plans on selling Colorados, Silverados in China. Now Ford is trying to ship those F-150 Raptors to China as well next year. So why is now the best time to start selling trucks in China? We've been talking about China all day. What I like about that F-150 is it looks all rugged and you know, big wheels on the outside, but on the inside it's all pure luxury, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why people like this. It's very refined, but it looks great. A lot of people do buy it to come out here, places like this, and play with it. Some people do buy it for the street. Over in China, I'll tell you why they're going to sell them there. People are importing these on the gray market and selling them for $300,000 or $400,000. Sticker price here in the United States is $50,000. It really is a bargain at that price. They haven't announced pricing in China. It's not going to be that much from Ford, but even with the 25% tariff they have to deal with, they have a pretty big market over there for it.
Wow. I could definitely see you in a pickup truck.
I like it.
I thought an $85 Rock was bad.
As long as it's luxurious on the inside, I'll go. I'm sorry, Wendy.
I said I thought an $85 Rock was bad. A $10 cup of coffee. I mean, 3 times, 4 times.
This is an expensive vehicle, and we have seen that auto sales have started to kind of plateau here, as well as the subprime lending market starting to show some cracks. So there are some worries in the auto market, but differentiating yourself with a car like this is what's helping stabilize some of these companies.
Number one selling vehicle in the country, the Ford F-150, the Ford F-Series pickup trucks, I think since the 70s, right, Gary? Like 40-some-odd years?
Big success story, Gary Gastelu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gary Gastelu, there live this morning with the F-150. We got